Teachers, happy 2022. Are you having a good year? No? I'm sorry to hear that. I've got something really important to teach you. This is a thing that will change your overall approach to your teaching and your lessons. It's a super small tip, but it is a really big game changer when you implement it effectively. Let's go and take a look at it. Whether you're teaching languages, other subjects, or really anything at all, there is one specific question that you should never ask. And this question gets asked all of the time in hundreds of thousands of classrooms across the world each day. It's probably a question that you've asked your students yourself. You may have even asked it today. This question that you should never ask is, do you understand? Oof. It's hard just to say it. I feel polluted, I feel dirty. In this video, we are going to investigate why asking this question is so wrong and all of the different ways that we can improve it and make it right. Do you want to know what's wrong with asking, do you understand? Watch the whole video. Do you understand? It seems like such a logical thing to ask. It's almost second nature, really. You teach a student a process or a concept, the teaching ends, and you follow it up with, do you understand? Do you understand what you've learned? And the student is probably going to say yes, and that's where the lesson ends. But that's also where the problem begins, because does that question really show if the student has understood anything? The student could be saying yes because they think they understand, but they're wrong, or they could be saying yes because they want you to leave them alone. So you can't ask, do you understand, because it doesn't check anything. So what are you supposed to do instead? What you have to do, what you should do, is CCQ. And CCQ stand for Concept Check Questions. What these are a series of questions that will truly bring out the meaning of the word. Let's move over to the board and we'll see how these work. Let's take a look at how these CCQs work. Imagine I've taught the word scary. Now, I could ask my students, do you understand what scary means? But the problem with that is they're just going to say yes, and it doesn't really show me anything. So instead, I have to ask a whole bunch of CCQs, or at least 3. For CCQing, there's a lot of CCQs that you can ask. One of the easiest ones to start off with is a yes or no question. So I can throw up a picture of puppies, and I can ask my students, are these scary? And of course their answer should be no. I can then throw up something that is scary and I can say, is this scary? And they'll say yes. And that alone shows me at least some basic comprehension of what the word is. There's a whole bunch of other CCQs that I can ask. I can get the synonym. What's another word for scary? I can get the antonym. What's the opposite of scary? I can have them use scary in a sentence. I can have them point to something that's scary. I can have them draw something that's scary. I can have them mime it out, how they feel if they see something that's scary. Other things that I can do is I can just simply ask them, what does scary mean? Give me the definition of it. I can ask them a whole bunch of different contextual questions. My who, what, why, when, hows, how do you feel when you see something scary? What do you do if you see something scary? Where is a scary part of your city? What time of day is it kind of scary at? Different words will use different CCQs, so try to think of the best questions to ask to really pull out that specific meaning. So now I know, because if the student answers the questions right, it means that they've really understood what I've taught them. If they answer them wrong, it means that the teaching broke down somewhere, and I'm going to have to teach it again. CCQs are basically saying, show me that you understand. So use these questions in your actual teaching. Use them in all of your classes. Use them when you teach anything, even if it's not language related. CCQs are a valid way of truly checking comprehension, and you should get into the habit of using them whenever you can, and you should get that terrible question out of your mind and never ask it again. Never, ever ask, do you understand again? Thanks so much for your time. As always, thanks for watching. Leave your comment in the comment section and stay tuned for the next video.